You're just rude and ill-mannered for you to be acting that way. Do not blame it on a sign. As far as chemical has touched your hair, it means that your hair is, as long as it doesn't chemically altered, it means that your hair is no longer healthy. Hey loves, and welcome to my channel. It's your girl, of course, Chi Amaka Ukebu. I'm your host. If you're new to my channel, you are very, very, very much welcome. Please have a seat. So here we get serious and then we play, but we keep it realistic either ways. And if you're a returning subscriber, of course you know I love you. Before I start this video, I want to understand why you are not commenting on my video. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Okay, let's have a discussion. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about certain things that are popular that I think, in my own opinion, which I think is an unpopular opinion, might get me dragged, but I think that while they are good, so these aren't bad things, but these are things that everybody does not have to conform to. I think in a world where things become popular with the social media world, buhaha, that we live in, it's so easy for you to get dragged and sucked into. It's so easy for us to create certain standards and say this is the standard for everybody. It's a standard that everybody should follow. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's not well evaluated to say, okay, does this standard also work? Does is this also acceptable? No, it kind of there's kind of like a cluster. So when we try to make something more prominent, of course there's so much limelight on that thing and we make that thing what it is. A very clear example is Nigerians or Africans who are light skinned being talked down on, or right, because they are not the general representation of what the African skin looks like. Majority of us are dark or are on the darker side, right? We're not white, we are not light skinned, as the case may be. I'm trying to pick my words so that the message is passed the way I intended to be passed, right? So when you see a child who is probably biracial, or if you see a child who is just light skinned generally, everybody wants to blow hot. Why? Because we're trying to encourage people to keep true to their black skin tone, and so that people don't go, there is no misrepresentation, and you don't have dark kids thinking that they're not good enough, they have to be white. But in so doing, right, so when you push that agenda, it gets to a stage where you need to find a balance, and it's okay to actually stop pushing only that agenda and recognize that in Nigeria we have dark skin, we have light skin, and both of them at that point you've pushed the agenda of dark skin, right? Embrace the fact that both of them at that point matters. There will be people like that in Nigeria. There are people like that in Africa, and they are Africans down to their parents, their grandparents. They are just light skinned, very, very light skinned, right? There are people like that and try to push self worth to both parties. Self preaching that you're enough to both people who are light skinned and to both people who are dark skinned, right? That's such an example. So we create certain standards and everybody just sort of conforms to that standard. So we think in one direction and we make it a standard such that everybody who is not conforming with that standard is in the wrong, right? That's just how things have come to play. But there are certain things that I do not agree with. It's quite unpopular. I just do not agree with. Right. I'm pro I preach or I preach people should be contented with what they have, contented with yourself, have a mind of their own, right? Embrace it, be have a very good self-esteem, right? I'm going to point out some of these things. You might agree with me and you might not, and it's absolutely fine. So just because something is popular or popularly accepted doesn't mean it is for you, right? And I'm doing like this because in my head is beginning to think of certain scenarios how people can turn this and be like, oh, there are certain things that are general standard that is for everybody, right? If you go away from that standard, yes, you're wrong. But there are certain things that there is no omega standard, right? There's individuality in those things, and it really matters that we stick to them. The very first one on my list, so I don't want to explain too much because I think when I start talking about these things, you kind of have an idea as to what I'm talking about. The very first one on my list is natural hair. See, I am pro black girl magic. I am pro maintaining your skin. As you see my skin, I'm dark skin. I have never thought about bleaching. In fact, when I start getting light, I become worried as to what have I changed in my routine that is making me light. Because I've always been dark. That's all I know, right? And I'm fine with it. I have very light skinned friends, yeah, and I'm fine with being dark skinned among them. I just don't see, I just can't relate to people who have that problem. So yeah, I am pro Black Girl Magic and encouraging true and authentic self, because why not? Like, why not? We are individuals, beautiful in our different ways. Black natural hair is beautiful. In fact, I see a lot of people and I'm like, damn, it's beautiful. Nobody is going to take away from that. So it's one of the trends that have gained significant momentum in recent times. That's the natural hair. But it's very important that people are not pressured into keeping their natural hair, right? Understand that natural hair is not for everyone. Why do I say that? It's beautiful, but it's hard to maintain. You can easily look in a very scruffy manner with your natural hair. I see some people keep natural hair, and I'm like, sis, do something about your hair. Nobody's saying you should retouch it. Nobody's saying you should do anything extra to it, but wash it, pack it, or leave it fluffy and all of that, right? It can be very difficult to maintain. And if you come to this video and you say it's not difficult to maintain, then you're just being, you're not being realistic. You're picking your own truth and not the truth for everybody. I have tried keeping natural hair. It's not something that I have not tried and I'm just saying. I've tried keeping natural hair. It wasn't funny. It wasn't easy because the washing, the amount of dedication required for natural hair, especially if you're tending towards a 4C, it's not a joke. The amount of dedication, the expenses, right, for trying to maintain that hair is not a joke. And I feel like people shouldn't be pressured into it. I like the fact that there's so many influencers, so many people talking about the natural hair, how to maintain it, how to keep it, right? And I see these videos and it's so sweet. And it's one of the reasons why I tried. I said, okay, you know what? Let me see if I would be able to do this. And it was hard. I know, just like with starting everything, right? It's hard until it gets better. But damn, it was hard. It was it was hard. It was hard because you keep it out too much, it gets strong. You've got to moisturize your hair. You've got to, when you're combing it, you have to comb in batches and all of that. It takes a while for you to get used to. And really, some people get used to it, and after a while, the whole stress of it, they just decided, you know what, I want to retouch my hair. I don't know if you get it, right? So it's fine if you decide that, oh, I want to try this out. And along the line, you're like, oh, I don't think this is for me. I do not, I want to change. I want to cut my hair. I want to retouch my hair. Absolutely fine. It works. So not everyone has that patience required. The patience, the courage for all the routines, the products, do this, do that for natural hair. Not everybody has that courage, that patience, right, for all of those things. So I think that the hate, people who are pro natural hair, like influencers sometimes, and some individuals give people who have permed their hair, is uncalled for. Just because I relax my hair does not make my hair unhealthy. I know that's an argument I may not be able to win with a lot of people, because people are so, oh no, you've retouched your hair. As far as chemical has touched your hair, it means that your hair is, as long as it hasn't chemically altered, it means that your hair is no longer healthy. That's a lie. It's an absolute, it's just like saying, as long as as a human being you've taken medicine, or you've under just medicine, or you've undergone surgery, that means that you're not healthy. Is that the case? Is that what you're saying? Because I want to make it make sense. Everything you use has to do with chemical. Even your nails you clean has to do with chemical. So just because I decide to apply chemical on my hair to make it soft and more manageable for me, doesn't make me less of a person than you. or doesn't make my hair less healthy than you. I've seen people with retouched hair, and damn, those hair really, really healthy. So the choice to be a naturalista or to retouch hair should lie with the person for what they can maintain. So relaxed hair basically isn't dead hair, right? And it's fine for you to have for you to retouch your hair. The goal is to have a healthy hair. The goal is that you need to still maintain. There's still some level of maintenance that is required either ways, and that's it. You need to maintain your hair, wash, deep condition, treatments and all of that, irrespective of the kind of hair you have. So stop the bullying of people who aren't on natural hair, right? Just because it's easy for you doesn't mean it's easy for everybody. I tried keeping a natural hair and it was hard. It was hard. And a healthy hair can be achieved either ways. I've retouched my hair and currently I still have a very healthy hair. A very healthy hair. Emphasize on healthy. It's so healthy. All right. Yeah. So let's keep that in mind that you can have a healthy hair either way. I don't buy the idea of everybody has to keep natural hair. No, I don't. Is it good? Oh, amazing. I see some people and I wish I could, but we all can't. That's why we're unique. So a trend shouldn't dictate whether you keep a natural hair or a chemically altered hair that's a retouched hair, right? It should be more about what makes you feel confident, what makes you feel what you're comfortable with, what you know you can maintain, right? I think that's the goal. Right. I think for me that's the goal. And once you can achieve that, you're welcome. You're comfortable in your own skin regardless of your hair choices. That's the goal. And let it be healthy and neat and clean. You're good. So that's it for natural hair. The next that I have on my list, a very popular popular stuff that in my opinion is not for everybody is people shaving their legs and their faces, like their body. There are parts of the body that we know that you ought to shave. Those are your pubic areas. But why are you shaving your face? I keep asking this question on my channel. I'm not condemning it, but I really want to know why are you shaving your face and your body? I thought the hair was for something. Like what is the reason? What would possibly make you shave your hair? There's got to be something. Like why? Does it make you finer? Do you feel like it makes you look good? Do you I know a lot of influencers actually push this idea, but I just can't relate. And I don't know. It's just something I can't deal, right? Because we were taught that this whole body hair and all of that performs a function in the body. So when you do that, aren't you? I'm just going to leave it there, but it's a very common thing that I see. I hear people say, excuse me, I hear people say, I see a lot of makeup artists. There was a time it was the thing. Before they do makeup, they say they are shaving their client's face. Um, I can't relate. I can't relate, except there's a medical reason, or maybe for those who have really long hairs on their face and they feel like if they apply makeup, it doesn't look good. Maybe the makeup is sticking to the hairs. I don't know, but I'm trying to think of plausible reasons, right? Because sometimes you're not in other people's shoes. You're not experiencing what they are experiencing. So it's okay for you to open your mouth and talk, right? So that's why I might be able to talk because I'm not in their shoes. So I really want to know if you're somebody who shaves part of your body, um, no shades to you. Just let me know in the comment section what the reason is. Why do you shave your face and your legs? And if you're somebody who is considering it, or you've read something somewhere as this is the reason why people are doing this, let me know in the comment section, right? Leave a comment in the comment section. If you know this also icks you, like you also do not understand why people do that, leave a comment in the comment section. I want to be educated on this. I've not seen a plausible reason why, except the fact that they just want to do it. So there is that. But I also want to know, if you just want to do it, why do you just want to do it? Are you doing it because it's popular? Are you doing it because influencers are doing it? Or why? So right now, maybe you're doing it and you not feel like, oh, my makeup looks better. You feel like your makeup looks better right now that you shave your face. That's understandable. But before you decided to shave your face, what was the reason? Your makeup couldn't have been that terrible. It could be a skill thing. So I'm just very, very curious. This is one part I'm really curious because I do not understand why. I have no idea why I decided to do my hair like this. But anyway, that's something I do not understand. Why people shave? I watch videos, I watch other YouTubers, and I hear it, and I'm just wondering. Some people just do their face. Some people go as far as their hands and say they want to shave their legs. I watch it in a lot of movies, foreign movies, Nigerian movies. I want to shave my legs. I have an appointment. Okay. Explain to us, tell us in the comment section. Maybe we'll join people. Maybe there's something we're missing. I don't think there's anything, but just let's hear you. Another thing, this one. This one is very popular, and I hold people by the neck to say no. I do not agree. No. Zodiac signs. You are not. No. I think that you're making excuses for yourself. Yeah. Like it's become so popular, it's become the talk of the town. A lot of people placing their personalities, their attitudes on, oh, I can't even remember one time. I'm Gemini. You know, very, oh, that's how this set of people do it. That's how this set do it. I can't remember. I can't remember. I can't believe that I can't think of one of those signs. That's so weird because it's everywhere. But I can remember Gemini. Why can I remember only that? Leos. Yeah. Who else again? Anyway, not to stress on that. But um you're placing so much importance on astronomical signs, allowing it to define your personal and your life choices. I don't think make it make sense. I know a lot of people are into it, even some people who are very, very smart, or I consider them very, very smart. They place their whole thingy on zodiac signs. Now, a very while I don't believe in zodiac signs, but the place where I don't know if they work, but the place where I really have issues is where someone does something terrible and you say, "Oh, it's because she's a Leo. That's how we do." No, you're just rude and ill-mannered. That's my thought. You're just rude and ill-mannered for you to be acting that way. Do not blame it on a sign. Do not place it on a sign anywhere. It's important for you to consider, like, right, that should your importance, should your destiny is, you need to question if your destiny should be determined by the position of celestial bodies at your birth. I think it's such a sensitive topic. I do not understand. It's one of those things that I do not understand and I do not believe in. But we do not have a problem with you if you're talking about all these signs and you're a well-behaved person. I really have a problem where you meet someone and say, "Oh, that's how Leos behave." Oh, you shut up. No, that how they behave, or are you just a rude person making excuses for yourself? There, I begin to have a problem, or we begin to have a problem with you and the whole thing. So I think the world is really too large a sample for everyone to be placed into buckets by their zodiac signs, right? That's what I think. It's too large, too dynamic for zodiac signs to sort of click. Because it's just like saying, "Oh, I know you. You're born in November. November people are this, they are that." If I call five qualities, of course, you're a human being. You would fit into one of those qualities, two or three of those qualities, right? That's how it is. That's essentially how it is. It's just the way they say made people are this, made people are that. And I read those things and I'm like, okay, yeah, I do fit in some of this. But at the end of the day, when you think about it, you realize that like who doesn't fit into one or two of those buckets? It cannot be entirely correct. We all know that. But to a very large extent, we believe it is. And yeah, that's it. So what happens? The question now is what happens if it changes? I think it was early this year or last year that the whole dates of Zodiac sign changes. Some people, so if you were Gemini before, you are now this. Question is, are you also identifying as this new person, this new part? What happens to the other group you are identifying with? So what if they say Geminis are this? So you're no longer this, you're now this. Make it make sense. What if it changes? What happens? So even for people who say they are determined by their month and you agree, what if you realize later that you weren't born in that month? That's a long shot, I agree. But what if you realize later that you weren't born in that month? It does it change anything about you? I think the goal is for you to focus on yourself, improve yourself in places that you're having issues. If you identify a flaw in your attitude, set out to adjust or manage that flaw other than saying this is how I am, this is how Leos are. No, I don't agree with that. So focus on self-discovery through your personal experience. Learn to live, learn to love, learn to change. Focus on self-discovery through personal experience, your education, and self-improvement. Your life is too important and is very much more than just alignment of stars and planets, or at least that is how I feel. Is there excuses for me, right? Your life is too important for all of those things. If you identify a flaw, set out to change those things. Set out to, if you believe in zodiac signs, though, if you think, I don't know if they work, I don't know how they work, but if you believe in zodiac signs, let me hear you in the comment section an argument for it. Why you think it does really work, an instance, and all of that. If you do not believe, also, you're in my team. Okay, let me hear you in the comment section as well. Keep the comment section clean, also respectful. I want to hear people's opinions. I believe that we change over time, right? So let me hear your opinion and not be stuck on mine, and let's know what. Let's just rub minds and see where this leads. So another one is makeup, right? So everybody believes that there are a group of people who believes that you do not need makeup. There's another group of people who believe that you do need makeup forever and always. I am team. You need a balance, right? Very unpopular opinion. I think there are places you want to go to that you need to apply some sort of makeup. Makeup does make you look beautiful or enhances your beauty, but there are other times where makeup also takes away beauty from people. Like you see people and you're like, I love this person without makeup, or if only this was a bit more subtle, it would have been better, right? There are times like that. So I think it adds just the same way it takes away. The whole idea is to enhance. So your enhancement might be very positive or negative. Yeah, the job is to enhance, not to really change. Although some people it does changes them entirely. And if that's what they want, that's fine. But what I'm saying is there are makeup that you actually don't need. So yeah, there are actually makeup that you actually do need. Actually. Yeah. Like you do need them. Everybody. Like there are places you want to go to that you actually need to apply some sort of makeup. Now, your foundation, the powder, highlighting, contouring, a lip balm, a lipstick, a blush, and all of that. I think what we forget is that makeup is not the but it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be complex as we have it today. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. Because before, makeup was as simple as you drawing your brow with a black pencil, lining your lips, putting up a lip balm or a lip gloss, and you're out of the way, right? Except maybe your religion doesn't permit. Except your religion doesn't permit. That's understandable. But some of us, it's just pure laziness. It's just laziness that is our problem, and we know ourselves. We know ourselves, right? So yeah, there's that. Except, like I keep emphasizing, except it's your religion. But you live in your house and you are not moisturizing your lips, then you go out with your lips being white, there's a problem. And I know you agree with me. So I'm not, so for this particular one, I think everybody needs some sort of makeup one way or the other. It could even be just your gloss, right? I've seen people very beautiful without the whole makeup thingy. But what I have noticed that some of these people you think do not apply makeup are actually they actually apply mascara and line their eyes. Very simple and minute. It doesn't have to be a lot. That is where the problem is. It you don't even have to do this on my face. And there are still people who feel like this is too little. Like, hey, no, we've got it. That is where the problem is. You don't have to do a lot. I am You can be simple, you can be minimalist and look good. Yeah, that's my point. So remember that your uniqueness is what makes you you. It's what makes you special. So even if we're a communist society, we are still individuals. We are still You still need to own up to your individuality. Your individuality matters amongst us. You don't have to follow every trend and everything. If you try to follow trends that are not so trends, certain trends like natural hair is not against your health, it's not, but if you see that you cannot meet up, you cannot keep up, you're watching videos, you're watching people, you have help and you still cannot, it's okay to switch to the other side. That's my point. It doesn't mean you're not embracing your roots, you're not embracing yourself. It is still your natural hair. It's okay to also cut your hair if you feel like. It is still your natural hair. Okay? Yeah. If that's what you want to do. So you don't have to feel guilty. The thing is, you don't have to feel guilty for doing all of those things like, oh no, natural hair is what is involved. People are not gonna accept me. Are you kidding me? And if you belong to those people that are always against people who aren't keeping natural hair, this is your cue to understand that this is me educating you that it really doesn't work that way. It really doesn't work that way, really. So instead of conforming to the masses, why not explore your interests, your passions, your what pushes you and all of that? Just explore and your values. Embrace what sets you apart. Don't be afraid to go for all those things, right? So for zodiac signs, I want to say this. I don't have an issue with you believing in it. The thing is, do not make it define who you are. Do not make excuses. So they are fun, they are good to know, they are interested, but do not make it define your personality, because in the end, being happy, your happiness and being authentic is all that really matters. Ensure that when you're 50 and you're looking back on your life, or you're looking back on your life choices, you're like, this is amazing. You're like, nice. You're like, okay, I did that, and no, it's good, it's all good. So guys, I know I've said a lot of things. Let me hear from you in the comment section. I am not against all of these things as I have said. I'm just putting a different perspective to these things, a different twist to them. Natural hair is beautiful, but whether you're natural or whether you've retouched your hair can also be beautiful and should be accepted. For zodiac signs, do not make it define who you are. Do not make excuses for your bad attitude because of zodiac signs. Yeah, that's for that. I don't know. For makeup, it doesn't have to be a lot for you to look good. Less is more sometimes, and you can be beautiful without the excess makeup. A lip gloss could work, or you carry your face like that. It could also work. You moisturize your lips, that's your lip balm and all of that. It works. For shaving legs, you people need to tell me in the comment section. That one passed me. That one passed me. Educate me about all of those. Okay. All right, thank you so much for watching. It's still your host, Chemaka Okebo. If you're new here, I hope you liked our gist, right? Let me hear from you in the comment section. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.